Welcome back to the Kingdom Wayfinder, and today we have some more news on The Last of Us Part 2. So, these past few days, there have been lots of rumors, lots of leaks regarding two games. One being, of course, The Last of Us Part 2, and the other being Ghost of Tsushima, and how The Last of Us Part 2 may potentially have its new release date leaked. So, let's get into it. So, just about a week ago, there was a video on YouTube that I did see, but I didn't pay much attention to it, and I think the video has actually been taken down now, in regards to Amazon Italy giving The Last of Us Part 2 a new release date, that being June 26, 2020. But the thing is, though, is that June 26, 2020 is the same day that another PlayStation exclusive is supposed to release, which is being Ghost of Tsushima. And I didn't really pay much attention to it, so did others not pay attention to it, but these past few days it started to gain traction, and I wanted to hold off on making a video on it because there wasn't really enough substantial evidence to say, yeah, it's coming on the 26th of June. However, we do have some more information that is backing this up. So, as I've mentioned, Ghost of Tsushima is supposed to release June 26, 2020, which is a Friday. However, on the official PlayStation Canada website, they actually changed the release date to August 1st, 2020, implying that the game is going to get delayed. And the thing is, though, is that August 1st is a Saturday, so this might be a placeholder for July 31st, which is a Friday, or it might be releasing on a Tuesday, who knows. But regardless, it was given a new release date. And I have two screenshots here. The first one you can see is on the information page of when you select a game from PlayStation, and it says under Ghost of Tsushima August 1st, 2020. But there's more to this. So from this right here, you can say, okay, this is probably just a simple mistake, hence why it was changed back to June 26th. But there's more fuel being added to this fire here, because here we have the advertisement banner, which just says pre-order now for Ghost of Tsushima, that also says August 1st. So this is looking more like a genuine slip up than a genuine mistake, as in this isn't the real release date. This could be the real release date for Ghost of Tsushima. It could be coming in August. So, okay, you're probably wondering, alright, so if Ghost is delayed and has this new release date, why would we say The Last of Us Part 2 is coming on June 26th? Well, all we have to go off of that is the Amazon Italy leak. And typically sometimes Amazon does, or a certain division of Amazon does actually leak the release date of a game for its initial announcement. Sony is having one of their quarterly conference calls this month, so this could be getting announced there, considering it's supposed to be on April 24th, I believe, so it is close. But with that being said, how is The Last of Us Part 2? How do we know from this leak that The Last of Us Part 2 is going to come out on June 26th? So in hindsight, when you look at the whole thing, as we all know, The Last of Us Part 2 was indefinitely delayed. It wasn't given a release date because of the C virus. Because of logistic issues, so Naughty Dog and Sony didn't know when the game was going to be coming out, because it was certainly not going to be coming out at May 29th at that point, because of manufacturing issues, logistics. We already discussed this in a previous video a couple weeks back. So with that being said, one of the things that was stated by Neil Druckmann and some other people at Naughty Dog was they wanted to get the game out as soon as possible. Even it was stated in the Naughty Dog post on Twitter that they wanted the game to be out as soon as possible, and they were hoping that it wasn't going to be a long delay. So I certainly am confident, and I think others are too, that this game isn't going to be delayed until the fall or anything like that, because that's way too far out, especially for a game that's finished its development. So a month delay is actually feasible in hindsight. So with that being said, if The Last of Us Part 2 was delayed because of the whole issue going on, but indefinitely delayed, and Ghost of Tsushima also gets delayed, but it's given a new release date right off the bat, that doesn't make sense, right? Well, that's because The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be taking the June spot, and Ghost of Tsushima will be taking the later summer spot. That's what's going on here. That's what at least I think is going on here, because Sony's not going to release the last two PS4 exclusives on the same day. They're not going to do that. They want to pan it out and spread them out just so there's always something to look forward to. Like you have The Last of Us Part 2 in June, you have Ghost of Tsushima sometime later in the summer, and then you have PlayStation 5 in the holiday season. So it's spread out, basically. And it just makes sense, because in hindsight, if this release date is true for Ghost of Tsushima, I do 100% expect The Last of Us Part 2 to come out in June, because Ghost of Tsushima is still in development. It's not done. The Last of Us Part 2 is done. It's finished its development. All they had to do left was iron out some bugs. It's practically in the polishing phase. So to sit on it for longer than August 1st does seem a little silly to me, especially if Ghost of Tsushima actually does release first. That doesn't really add up. So I do believe that as of now, this June 26th date is legit, but all we could really do is speculate on this. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. Don't say it's 100% confirmed, but it is looking more likely than it was a week ago. So either way, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this release date? Do you think it's real? I personally am, right now, I'm more 50-60, like 50% not real, 60% real. I'm around there. I'm a little bit more on the confident side, but let me know what you guys think of this. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one.